Are we live? Are we going? Is this happening? Is this happening right now? Hope everyone's doing well. I'm gonna have to post this. You know how I do. I just had another struggle comment on my little post about this. That's fine though. That's totally fine. We're okay with that. We like the struggle comments. We love them. We love them. Everyone's got to struggle sometimes. Everyone's got to struggle sometimes. There it is. Okay, we're up. We're up. We're live, kids. We are live. We are live. Hope everyone's having a good Sunday. Happy Easter, by the way. Dubs win, absolutely. Giants did not fare so well today, but that's all right. Yeah. All right, we'll talk about the Giants in a moment. We'll talk about the Giants. I don't want to talk too much about baseball. I feel like we've talked about baseball a lot lately. But I definitely, since the season has opened now, I would like to touch on some of those things. Also, I don't have much to talk about today. So if you guys have any suggestions on things we can talk about, I'm all ears. You know what I mean? I'm all ears. Big giant ears. I've always been I hate that it does this. It won't let me send the link on Instagram. I've always had big ears, and I was very, very insecure about them as a kid. Anyone else got big ears out there? We're hit the hard hitting topics. Why is it doing this, man? Instagram. Oh, I have a funny story about Instagram. I have a very funny story about Instagram that happened yesterday. So me and my niece, I announced last week that we're going to go to Disneyland. I'm super excited. We have a funny way of talking to each other. Probably my fault, but we threaten each other with violence, right? Threaten each other with violence, and it's all in good fun. We're just having a good time, right? So I took a screenshot of our text conversation. We're talking about Disneyland. And basically I said I'm going to, pummel her. Like we're going to battle to the death in Fantasyland, stuff like that. And Instagram removed it and gave me like a community guidelines strike and removed like some features for like a week or something like that. Isn't that crazy? And it's fun. I know it's all automated, right? Like, it's not like someone looked at it and was like, oh, this is, we got to take this down. So it's all automated, but it's still funny when you think about it. Cause like, obviously it's not serious. And it's like, hey, people at Instagram, I try to be a very nice guy. I'm not a bad guy, but when it comes to my niece, I would destroy all of you before I ever laid a finger on her. You know what I mean? But then I get copyright strike. Anyways, long story while I posted this live stream. Niner gang, you already know. What's up, Jack? Bay Area throwbacks was good. Yeah, so I didn't see the Warriors game. I actually went to Alum Park today, which is why I put it up there. I was going to just chat about it. Giants, look, I think the Giants are going to be dangerous. I'm not going to lie to you. I think our lineup is very dangerous. I just think there's a lot of question marks with pitching that they need to figure out, and I think we will. So, I'm excited for this year. I think the Giants are going to be dangerous. I think we're going to be dangerous. I think the Giants, Diamondbacks, and Dodgers are going to beat each other up all season long. While the Rockies stand in the corner and pick their nose or whatever they're doing over there. I think it's going to be a fun season. And I think we have a good enough lineup where if we can get hot in September into October, I think we can. I think we can make a really good playoff push. I do believe that. Are you going to Universal Studios? Probably not. I'm going to Knott's Berry Farm though, for sure. Speaking of care package, I just ordered this Knott's Berry Farm boysenberry popcorn. Confession too, this is the second bag. All right, I ordered 2 bags. You may be asking yourself, well, where's the other bag? It's in my gut. It's in my bloodstream. That other bag's long gone. And I'm on a diet too, so that was a bad choice. But I will go to Knott's Berry Farm. I will be there. Universal, maybe. I don't know. It's a possibility because we have an extra day to decide. But it's really up to my niece. She is the captain of the ship. Back home in the Bay for spring break. So I hit 2 A's games, 2 Giants games, possible Sharks game. Nice. Sharks tickets are super cheap right now. I'm trying to go to a Sharks game too. I haven't been in a few years, so it'd be nice. Hear about the Oakland's offer to the A's. I did hear about that. Yeah. Yeah, we can touch on that too. It's starting to get to the point where the A's are getting very nitpicky now with the fans. Where they tried to just ignore things, but now they're starting to, I feel like they're starting to chirp back. And that started with, maybe not started with, but a big thing was the A's fans planned a whole block party, they called it. The boycott for opening day. You guys probably saw it. I think we've talked about it. Gabe talked about it when he was a guest on here a couple weeks ago. The A's typically for opening days will open the parking lots at, I think, 2 p.m. most years. So this time they pushed it like all the way back to like 5 p.m. to try to prevent or make it difficult on people to have this parking lot boycott. They ended up folding a little bit and opening a little earlier than they had said, but still, it looks like the A's are trying to start throwing stones back at the fans. That's my take on it. I don't know, you know. Dodgers game, bleed blue. I do miss Dodger Stadium. I absolutely love Dodger Stadium. I've not been to Dodger Stadium in a long time now. I think the last time I went to Dodger Stadium was probably around 2016. So I'm overdue. I definitely need to do a Giants and Dodgers in LA episode. I need to do that. Someone hit me up that works at Angel Stadium also and said they'll hook me up with something. I don't know. So I want to make that trip because as I announced last week, I probably can't do my DC trip, which I was trying to keep under wraps, but now that I probably can't do it, I'll just talk about it. I was supposed to go to DC and Baltimore as well. And so I had been looking into Baltimore a lot, and then the bridge collapse happened. And that was really sad. I was like, dang, I was just going to go to Baltimore, and if I do end up going, I won't be able to see that bridge, which is obviously not the most important thing, but personally, I was like, wow, that'd be crazy to see. That's really sad, what happened with that bridge. But yeah, I would love to go to Dodgers Stadium and do some episodes. I've been a bunch of times, I just never filmed it. What's up, Gabe? You did hear the A's being mentioned. Hey, I have a big announcement. Is it true, Gabe, or was it just for that one video? But I think possibly, potentially, I am in, little old me, I am in the Gamer Athletics 2024 intro. Can you confirm or deny that, Gabe? Is that one video only? Did I only make one video? Or is that going to be the 2024 season intro? I need to know, because this is a big deal for me. Look, it's an absolute honor that I even made one Gamer Athletics video. Absolute honor. Yes, I'm in the intro. He confirmed it. Let's go. This is what you guys do, all right? I know you guys come here, confirmed. I know you guys come here for info and knowledge, right? That's why we gather here. So this is what you do. If you're in the Bay Area, I can't confirm other areas of the country, but I know for sure in the Bay Area, what you do is you find one of the little Vietnamese shops. They sell some imported goods and some random little treats and stuff. And what you do is you look for this. Okay? You look for the jerky. That's what you do. You go get one of these at the little Vietnamese shops. I think it's Vietnamese. You get the jerky, okay? You get a piece like this. Okay? You eat this piece. And you're like, I'm just going to have one piece, right? Just going to have one piece. You eat this piece. And then you end up eating a whole slab. Because it's incredibly addicting. But that's what you do. That's what you do. Gray Hair Films, what's up? Jody, what's up? I had to hit up the Vietnamese spot for the jerky. Okay? That's what you do. That's how it's done, right there. Natalie, you take up enough of his time and heart as it is. I think you being in the intro is a little greedy on your part. You already get Gabe all the time. I just have a Dr. Pepper and cream soda, 0 sugar. Nothing fancy. You know. Yeah, baseball season is upon us. Gabe put out a new video, I think today. I haven't got a chance to watch it yet. Gabe, let me just tell you why you guys are here. Gabe got a new camera, right? He's feeling himself. He got a new camera. I watched his opening day boycott video. Looks good. Looks real good. That new camera's looking good. Looking real good. The audio was a step up. Gamer Athletics is not playing for 2024. He is not joking around. Okay? Not joking around. Yeah, I saw so in the thumbnail, Ramon Laureano, it looked like autographed the home run ball that he caught. Was that the gist of it, Gabe? I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. I'm sorry, buddy. I went and saw some hot springs today. You know. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. That was all Gabe. He just told me what to say and I said it like a robot. I was basically Chat GPT, but in audio form. But those are fun. Those are fun. And Gabe killed that. The editing was fantastic. Great hype video. Good job, Gabe. Thank you for letting me be part of it. Have some bad news. I'm bad luck to every baseball team. Once I switched to a different game, the other team that I was watching got a homer. They don't want you to win, man. They don't want you to have fun, you know. New audio, camera, GoPro. Dude, Gamer Athletics is not playing for 2024. He's not playing. Not playing. All right, no, so honestly, Gabe, the opening day video, it looks great. It looks great. Let me, just in case though, when you get a chance, let me see your rendering settings just to make sure that you're getting the most out of that, out of your videos and your camera. Other than says you turned off these comments on social media. Yeah, I mean, look, the A's are just, at this point, I feel like they're desperate and they're just like, they're probably sick of looking stupid. So they're trying to fight back and it's gonna get ugly. The NorCal Nodders also got the Vote gear autographed. Yeah, that was super cool. The coolest was I showed in my video and Gabe showed in his video from Fans Fest. He got a little special thing autographed. Go watch those videos if you haven't seen that. Ruben in the chat because he came up to me at opening day boycott. He was like, "Hi, I'm in Dylan's stream." Oh, really? That's pretty cool. Yeah, hype video was great. Is this Ruben? Ruben Ortiz? What up, Ruben? CMG, you do YouTube videos too? Have I checked it out? I gotta check it out. Make sure you remind me. Leave a comment, bother me, so I can make sure I check it out. Look though, the Giants, we didn't have a good game today, and yesterday it was just one bad inning. But I think the Giants are gonna be dangerous, man, and I'm really excited about it. As long as the pitching gets some of its question marks figured out, I think the Giants are gonna be really good this year. And I'm still not planning on going to games yet for Rennell. I spoke at length about this last week. I'm not going to go into it again. But the Giants made a terrible, awful decision getting rid of Rennell, and I'm not going to games for a while because of it. Yeah, so also, the A's, Oakland gave the A's some options when it comes to the stadium, the current stadium, the Coliseum. There's also the question marks of the regional TV markets. Basically, if Sacramento is granted the rights to the A's broadcast, I think this is how it goes. I could be wrong. Then that could be a big blow, and the A's, it opens up Sacramento as a spot for the A's to play in the interim before they go to Vegas. So there's a lot of stuff going on with the A's right now as well. So that's going to be interesting to see how it goes, and check out Gamer Athletics channel to keep up on that, Sacramento Kings fan who almost lost his team like 3 times. I feel for you guys. Yeah, the Kings like almost leaving was not nearly as well documented either. When I was doing my Arco stuff, there wasn't a whole lot of info with that. Speaking of, I wanted to show you guys. I plan on doing one of these streams one day and just doing full story time about the Arco series. But I did want to show you guys this. Does anyone have a mini disc player? I need a mini disc player. I have a handful of these. I will just read what it says on here, okay? Kings at Minnesota. Western Conference semifinals, Game 7. May 19th, 04. First half plus, I don't know what the other thing says. I can't read the last word. And this, Kings vs. T-Wolves, December 5th, 2003, first half. I don't even know what's on this. And I'm not going to tell you where I got these. But if you've been following the channel, I'm sure you can make a very educated guess. Can be done. Keep fighting. That's right. That's right. Have a sign to give me. What kind of sign? Giants got some offense, which is going to be fun to watch. Yeah, right now our lineup is good. We're not having a problem scoring runs. Just the pitching has to figure it out, and we're going to be good. We're going to be good. Fan who watches your stream made a sign for you. Wanted me to give it to you. No way. You just lost 6 subscribers right now? Like, as we're talking? Oh, no. Is this the last season of the A's? Still a lot of question marks, Dave. What's up, by the way? Welcome to the stream. A lot of question marks. The TV rights is a huge swing either way. If they can get TV rights in other regions, that's a big blow to Oakland. Oakland has offered up the A's a pretty decent plan to stay at the Coliseum for a few years. So there's still a lot of question marks. So we'll see. Gamer Athletics is going to be there documenting it. I will stop in at some point to document it as well. You know how it goes. Do you have a good time at the boycott? 68's last time. You guys did a great job with everything. Dude, I'm not going to lie, guys. I had FOMO. I was at work, so I wasn't able to go. And then I watched Gabe's video, and I had FOMO. I was like, man, I wish I was there. Looked like such a good time. And doing all this stuff I've been doing along with the A's fans, I I have such an appreciation for them, and I've, made new friendships through it. So yeah, I wish I was there. But at the same time, I felt like I've said this before, but like when it comes to all the A stuff, like I don't want to just be there for everything, because I feel I don't want to make it like about me. Like I'm not an A's fan, right? So it's not my battle, but I will, support, and I will be there when I need to be, when it's super important for me to be there. Shot Simple, what up? Where you get them from? Sleep Train? Hey, is the FBI on my stream all of a sudden? Huh? Get off my back, all right? Yeah, offense looking good. It was at Arco for that Game 7 Minnesota viewing party. Pain. Used to love the Kings. Stojakovic used to be my favorite player, reminding me of Clay in his better days. I loved Peja, man. Peja was awesome. You have permission to show my channel. Type CMG Fresno. All right. I hope it's family friendly, man. What else? I got some cool stuff to show you guys too. I wanted to show. Look here. Let me do. Can I do a poll on here? How do I do a poll? I'm gonna do a poll. All right. Here's a poll. You guys go vote. Because I like to show off these cool things, but I don't know if people really care. I'll be honest. But I have so much cool things to show, and that I really like, that I would like to see. But, like, does anyone else care? I don't know. All right. Fisher versus the fans. Let's watch this. CMG, I can watch this? What's Fresno like nowadays? I haven't been there in a long time. Let's see. Oh, I should probably maybe not the behind the scenes stuff. Hold on. I don't know if it has any. It doesn't have any pertinent information. Wow, Yes is winning 100%? Not bad. Thank you, guys. All right. That's enough for me. I'll stop it right there. I got the answer I wanted. Show and tell is only acceptable if you send me the stuff after. All right, CMG. Fisher be like. Let's see what. I can't forget the day we met. Your eyes. I don't know if you guys can hear it. So that's a pretty good Fisher impression. I'm not gonna lie. Ace fans are hurting. That's Gabe. I've seen him do that same thing. I've seen Gabe. Gabe's fallen and cried into my arms multiple times. So that was very good acting. And Fisher is the devil. So clap it up for CMG. All right. Do more of those. Do reels, or not reels. TikToks and YouTube shorts. All right. Do those. People will like them. All right. Yeah, no, Fisher, it might be a little hyperbolic to say he's the devil, but he's kind of the devil, right? Are you going to opening day at Oracle? As of now, no. What's up, Jake? I'm not going to go to a game for a while, like I said, just for my personal reasons, the way they did Rennell. I'm not happy with the team right now. Not happy with the way they handled it. So yeah, I'm not gonna go yet. All right, let's do show and tell real quick, because I had a special one you may have seen in the thumbnail. I have a special guest today, and that's none other than Danny Marino. Okay, Danny Marino. It's an old starting lineup. If you couldn't recognize him, take off the helmet. There he is, Danny Marino. Most well known for being a co-star in Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. A lot of people don't know he actually did play football at one time, though. He wasn't just an actor. He had a career in the NFL, which is always like a fun fact when people are watching Ace Ventura. You're like, you know, that guy actually played football. So that, like I told you guys, I've been buying these stadiums and stuff. You know, I always show these, but like the Qualcomm, right? I've been showing you guys almost every week. What was cool is I got a new one. And the fine folks that I connected with on eBay threw in this Ace Ventura Pet Detective action figure. They threw this in extra. How cool is that? And it gives you a little hint. Gives you a little hint of what the new stadium is. And it's a special one for me as a 49er fan. Laces out. I have been to a Sharks game, Diosa. I did a video there years ago. I want to do more videos there. Let me catch up on these and I'll get to the stadium. Giants and Padres on Saturday. Nice. Think she's doing commercials now. Renelle, is she? I was thinking like NBC should hire her for the broadcast crew. Driving home, my bad. Ruben is fun. Pretty tired. Yeah. Hey, Dylan, what's your views on the Giants wanting to get rid of the bricks at Oracle Park? Oh, the tiles. I thought that was messed up, man. Like, so I don't know the contract that they had when you bought the tiles. If anyone's not familiar, across from McCovey Cove, there was a wall with tiles that when the park was opening, you could buy the tile and put your message on it. So a lot of people have very special tiles that was like to loved ones that are no longer here, to like their parents who were big Giants fans, you know, stuff like that. It was like a great kind of memorial for friends and family and Giants fans. And the Giants, I don't know if the Giants have had a part in this development. I don't know how much of a part, but across from McCovey Cove, you know, the old parking lot, they've redeveloped most of it into these huge buildings now. And they finally put the Willie McCovey statue back, which I mentioned in the FanFest video that I was looking forward to. But they tore out these tiles with no warning and no plan. And then they were going to do like a digital kiosk where you could see your tile, which is dumb. Like, who wants to do that? Now, here's my thing. Like, I have, Natalie and Gabe found it. I have a brick at Disneyland with my name on it. When they built California Adventure, you could buy a brick. And I got it for a birthday. It was a birthday gift. And so I have a brick with my name on it at Disneyland. But the thing was, when we purchased that tile, it said a 10-year contract. We only guarantee 10 years of that brick being there. And it's been 20 plus now. It's been like 24 years. I think it was 2000, so like 24 years. So I, got my money's worth, I guess. But so I don't know if those tiles had built into when you bought it, like the terms and conditions or whatever. But either way, I don't understand why they wouldn't at least remove the tiles and contact the purchaser to send them the tile, or even allow them to buy the tile back for $40 or something, like, or just pay for shipping, something like an option to not just scrap them and then be like, they're gone, sorry. I thought that was messed up. Honestly, went to Sandoval's last game last week. New announcer is not it. And apparently the new announcer is a Dodgers fan. Apparently they're going to like have a platoon of announcers. Like, it's bad decision. Horrible, terrible, bad decision. Bring back Renelle. Okay? Bring back Renelle. Your show and tells don't count until you get a mini Seal Stadium. I don't know if they make one, man. If you see one, I want it. Niners beat them in the Super Bowl at Stanford. Sure did. Heard when I was listening to the Giants game, I went to Berkeley today. Digital kiosk as BS. Yeah. The fact that people act like virtual is the same. Like, why? At least the virtual tile makes zero sense. What's up, Marie? All right. So Danny Marino, they added this in when I bought this new mini stadium, which was super cool of them. And this is such a stupid name because nobody calls it this, but I got a certificate of authenticity. Pro Player Stadium. Nobody calls it that. The stadium that we're talking about today, ladies and gentlemen, is none other. Whoa. Joe Robbie Stadium. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? And this is the nice thing. Not only did they throw in Dan Marino, supporting actor in Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, but this Joe Robbie is in pristine condition. There's palm trees and they're not broken. The lights aren't broken like a lot of these. But you can see, I mean, look, looks good. It's got the field looks nice with the logo, right? I mean, this might be the nicest one I have. And they threw in the Dan Marino on top of it. Like, super cool. The scoreboard's got all the ads on it. Like, this one is nice. And if you don't know why I wanted this one so bad, it's not because I love Ace Ventura, which I do. I mean, obviously. But January 29th, 1995, the 49ers won their 5th Super Bowl right down there, you know? Steve Young threw for what, 5 touchdowns, 6 touchdowns? A stupid amount of touchdowns right over there, right? So this is now Hard Rock Stadium, they call it, I guess. And they put the canopies over it, these big square canopies. So this stadium is still there. It's just much different. It's been renovated a lot, and they added the canopies. But this is Joe Robbie Stadium. Joe Robbie Stadium. Like, how cool? How cool is that? You know? So yeah, that one's awesome. That one's awesome. That was where Steve Young was like, "Get the monkey off my back, get the monkey off my back." You know what I mean? Ricky Waters went off there, you know? That's where Dion won his first ring, the only one that really matters, right? Yeah, so that one was super cool. I got it for cheap. They threw in the Ace Ventura action figure and the certificate of authenticity. So I'm really juiced about that one. And again, because it's in pristine condition, there's so many little intricate pieces that could be broken off, and they're not. Like, I showed you guys the Shibe Park. The Shibe Park has, like, broken lights and stuff, so it's really cool to get one that's, like, pristine. I still want a candlestick. I still want an Oracle Park. I still want all that, but they're always expensive because they're popular stadiums. Mini Oracle Park a few years ago for my brother's desk at work. That's cool, man. Was it a Danbury Mint, or do you happen to know? I was home of the Florida Marlins. Yeah, dude, you're right. I forgot about the World Series. Yeah, the Marlins played there. And then the what is it? It was the Orange Bowl they tore down to make Marlins Park. I want to say. Sup, Jennifer? Hope your fast is going all right. If that's still on, I don't know. I don't know the dates on that. Dude, yeah, I totally forgot. Was it not our terrible owner, but the catcher, Charles Johnson? I'll show you guys. Let's see there he is. This guy right here, Charles Johnson, played for the Marlins. So, fun story about Charles Johnson. Not that fun. I played baseball growing up, right? But I was usually I played shortstop. I played third base one season, but then mostly shortstop, and I pitched for a while. But Charles Johnson, I was such a big fan. He was one of my favorite players that I actually bought catcher's gear, and I wanted to try to learn to play catcher. I was god-awful. I could not play catcher. I was terrible. But Charles Johnson, I liked him so much that I I bought catcher's gear. And what was funny is I got a helmet like he's wearing right here. That helmet up there in the top right. I got one of those helmets with the mask to go over it. But the helmet I got was blank, right? Because it wasn't for my team. It was just blank baseball equipment. And I didn't have a... show you guys. I didn't have... oh, what's his name? Why can I not think of his name? So I'm trying to Google it. Who was the catcher for the Indians in the 90s? I don't remember. Anyways, I had like a Cleveland Indians sticker, so I put that on the catching gear because I was like, whatever. I like this guy. The heck's his name? Oh, Sandy Alomar. Sandy Alomar Jr. That's who it was. So I was like, oh, I like Sandy Alomar Jr. I have an Indian sticker. I just didn't want the helmet to be blank. Yeah, so Orange Bowl went down for Marlins Park. That's right. All right, see, I had it right. I'm glad. I am always scared that my memory's going. I don't even know, to be honest. It was at the store in Long Beach. We paid $40. Like, just those. Oh, man. All right, I got to try to find one. Oh, you played catcher? Dude, I was terrible. Yeah, but dude, one time, I want to say the first game I ever went to at Pac Bell Park. I think it was the first game. Yeah, you guys had it. Sandy Alomar Jr. That's who I was thinking of, and I couldn't think of his name. The first game I ever went to at Pac Bell Park, Benito Santiago got thrown out. He got into it with the ump. It was great. Yeah, so when I kept thinking of Roberto Alomar, and I was like, no, Roberto Alomar wasn't the catcher on the Indians. But yeah, I was terrible at catcher. Terrible. Darn good shortstop. Terrible catcher. Wait. What are you saying? Let's get Dylan's flowers for being the best narrator I know. I'm not. I just read what you wrote on the paper, dude. Berto Alomar was low-key dope. Yeah, he was. He was on the Dodgers for a while, though, so I didn't really like him. And I loved those 90s Indians teams. Like, Kenny Lofton was one of my favorite players before he came to the Giants, so I was super hyped when he came to the Giants. Loved Albert Bell. So, earlier I showed the Knott's Berry Farm boysenberry popcorn, right? The reason I got that popcorn was actually on their website. I was going to get some pins. So I got these pins, and then I saw they had the popcorn. So I was like, let me get the popcorn too. You know what I mean? But I got some cool pins. If you guys know Knott's, I'll show these real quick. There's two of the cowboys. You can sit down and take a picture with them, like the cowboy mannequins in Ghost Town. Really cool pin. Then I got this one, has like a moving train. This one's cool. The Knott's Berry Farm train, Ghost Town and Calico Railroad, and the train moves. Cool pin. I like that one. And then my favorite one, I was gonna wear this a lot, but it's kind of big, so I don't honestly might not even put it on a hat like I was gonna. But it's the world famous bottle house at Knott's Berry Farm. You guys have ever seen these? They were kind of a weird, kind of quirky attraction in certain old West towns where they'll make a house with empty bottles, like glass bottles in the house, and they have one at Knott's Berry Farm. So they have a bottle house pin. So I got those, and I saw the popcorn, and I was like, let me get the popcorn too, you know. Let me try that out. You know. Saw Benito Santiago throw out a runner from his knees. That's pretty cool. Just need names of paper. Doesn't mean she's not great. Yeah, true, I guess. Anyone could read what I wrote. Not everyone can do it the way you did. All right. Lofton's wall catches. That's why he was one of my favorite players, man. He would scale that wall and rob a home run. It was so much fun to watch. So much fun to watch. Like him and Griffey have like probably my favorite like home run robbing catches. I love the Adam Jones one in the World Baseball Classic too. And then there's one I talked about in the Candlestick episode that I cannot find anywhere. If anyone ever finds this clip, please send it to me. Darren Lewis at Candlestick Park robbed a home run, and it was beautiful. It was like dead center, and he hopped over the wall and robbed a home run. It was one of my favorite plays as a kid, and I showed you guys a few live streams ago. I have pictures with Darren Lewis when I was a kid. I went to a summer camp with some of the Giants players. It was like a spring or winter camp, actually. It wasn't even in the summer. I think it was in their off season. But Royce Clayton and Darren Lewis, coached me a little bit. It was awesome. San Diego's trademark was throwing people out from his knees. He was a monster. Yeah, he had an absolute cannon, and a temper to match it. Yeah. So yeah, what did I showed the Joe Robbie Stadium, I showed the pins, that's what I was gonna show. One of these days too, I got some autographs I found that I'll show. Yeah, I'll wait for another stream though for that. We'll wait. Gabe, I'm excited about that sign you said someone made. That's pretty cool. Do you know who it was? What was their name? These braids are going away, by the way. I'm cutting my hair very shortly. So, say goodbye. It was a fun run. I went to Alum Rock Park today, which you guys may remember we did a video on years ago. And it sucks because we filmed it. I think me and my cousin went, I want to say end of summer we filmed it.
Oh my God,
it just wasn't as beautiful. Oh man, that's loud. All right. Let me turn that down so it's not so loud. This is the video, we did a long time ago. Let me show you. So there's the old train bridge right there. They used to have a train that took people into the park. So yeah, this place is super cool. Super cool. I don't know if you guys can hear this audio or not, but let me show you guys some of the bridges. So here's the thing. See these old hot springs? People would actually bathe in them. It was just like the Byron hot spring stuff like I showed you. People thought that there was, you could cure diseases and stuff by wading in these baths, these mineral baths. But what sucks is, like, if you see, like, look how brown that hill is, right? But if you go right now, it's all green. It's gorgeous. So I really was like, dang, I should have filmed this in spring. The only thing is, though, because of the winter storms we've had, a lot of the trails were closed, which is a bummer. So some of the trails I went on in this video, some of the trails are no longer accessible. I don't know if that's temporary, seasonal. I don't know. But I just urge you guys, if anyone's in, the Bay Area, go check out Alum Rock Park. It's got awesome bridges. Let me find one of the bridges. That's the other bridge. Where are the cool bridges? Oh, here's one I thought the snake was about to kill me. I thought for sure that snake had me right in its sights, But this bridge is super cool. Yeah, there's a dead snake. And I didn't see it until I was like almost stepping on it. But yeah, see, like bridges like this, they're absolutely beautiful. Beautiful bridges. So I urge you guys go check this out. And it's just got a cool history too, that, rich people thought maybe the Fountain of Youth was in hot springs like this. And as I said in this video and in the Byron Hot Springs video, that turned out not to be true, and every single person in these stories is as dead as you could possibly be, right? They're all gone. So these hot springs, these mineral baths did not cure diseases or let you live forever. Which is a bummer when you think about it. Real bummer. But yeah, I just wanted to show that off. Just because I don't know. I just think it's a kind of a hidden gem in the Bay Area if you've never been. It's beautiful. Check it out, especially springtime. Was Lewis fall over the fence? No, Lewis didn't fall over the fence. It was like dead center, so it was a high fence. It was just a perfect snag. Watch the sign be from Dave Cavill. That's funny. Yeah, so Alum Rock Park is like east side San Jose in the hills. If you're in the Bay Area, I urge you to check it out. Dead snake or not. Dude, it scared me. It scared me. So basically what I was thinking about Alum Rock, I just wanted to bring it up, how beautiful it was. I mean, it's like a fairy tale. Like, it's got the big stone bridges. Some of the bridges are like covered in moss. Like, it literally looks like a fairy tale. And I love those kinds of hidden gems that also have history to it, because it was a hot springs resort, just like Byron. It was a hot springs resort. There used to be a train that went there, so you could catch the train in like downtown San Jose, take the train to Alum Rock, resort or whatever it was called. And most of those buildings are gone now. Long gone. So I love when you have nature, like beautiful nature, but you also have the history. It's, I don't know, it's super cool. I just really, really enjoy stuff like that. And I just wanted to basically put it out there, like, I would love more suggestions of stuff like that. Or just here, I'll do a poll. Let me see if I can do a poll. I want to know, for anyone that cares about what I do, what I make, right? I know obviously not a lot of people do, because nobody watched that last video I put out. I want to know, like, if you could have me, if you had a gun to my head to force me to make an episode on something, what would it be? That's what I want to know. I'm going to do. Let's see if I can do I've never done a Q&A. Let's see. What sode would you have me do? Let's see. You have a Yosemite video? I don't. You know what? I've never been to Yosemite. I've never been. That's crazy, right? It's crazy. It's just always so, like, I don't know. I want to go and stay for a long time. Like, I don't know. But if feel free to. I've never done a Q&A, so I thought it'd be fun. But yeah, if you could force me to do one sode. Also, the fact that I say sode makes me really happy. I've told you guys I have a really weird sense of humor where, like, shortening unnecessary words like that is hilarious to me. So me and my brother Cole started saying sodes instead of episodes, right? And it makes me so happy when you guys will say sodes, or people will leave a comment like, "Oh, I love this sode," or like, yeah, the sodes thing is so funny. I love it so much because when I first started saying it, and I started this channel, a friend of mine, I haven't talked to him in quite a while, but a friend of mine who's kind of a known hater, right? He's the hater of the crew, right? Always being negative, right? He hated on that. He's like, "Don't say sode. Don't say sode." And look at us now. We're soding it up. There's sodage everywhere. We got sodage bursting out of the seams. So I really, really, it makes me happy when people use that term. And it makes me think of my hater friend who was like, "That's stupid. Don't say that." All right. Should do Kezar Stadium. All right. Does it show that, or can I? How do I select question? What does that do? If I do select question, what does that do? Does it just pop up a banner? Oh, you can't even see the banner on my stream though. All right. Jack says I should do Kezar. So fun fact. We started filming a Kezar episode. Let's see if I can find these shots. We started filming a Kezar episode the first few months of doing this channel. This is 7-8 years ago, right? We started a Kezar episode. Forgive me if I've told this story. So I'm trying to find the pictures so I can show you guys. Here's one. This is a fun one. Also, it was Cole's birthday the other day, so shout out Cole. He also said that he's probably down to be in a live stream at some point. These pictures are funny. I'm gonna show you guys some pictures. So if you happen to go back and watch the first episodes we ever did, which you shouldn't do because they're terrible, right? But the first episodes we did, my finger was broken. It's still messed up. I never got it fixed. So we went to Kezar and like I couldn't really play catch or anything, and I was like, you know what, let's do this after like my finger heals so we can like play catch and like do it right. We just didn't feel like we could do the episode right, and we've never put the time aside to go back to Kezar to redo it. But one of these days we will do a Kezar episode. For forcing the sode, I'd probably do the history of the Giants versus A's, dating back to the New York and Philly days. Interesting idea. I gotta think how I would like to structure that. See, this is my problem with an episode like that. Is I would want to go to the Polo Grounds. I would want to go to Philly, to Shibe Park, right? Like I would want to go do all that. So it'd be very difficult to do properly the way I want to. But that would be awesome. I like that suggestion. I would say, I don't know. It is cool because the history's cool. The whole elephant thing. Was it Tug McGraw? Like there's a lot of cool history there. So I like that suggestion. One last and final update at Candlestick Park. I mean, I could go out there with a shovel and start digging. Part 3. Actually, at part 4, technically. I have thought about this already. I will definitely go back and do another video. If they actually build the development, I'll for sure do that. I will go back and walk and investigate and see if they did any memorials or anything. And then if they didn't, they're going to hear about it. I'll tell you that much. If whatever they developed there, if you saw the part 2 update, 10-year update, part 2, it looks like the construction's back on. Like they put up new signs, they put up a new gate, so they might actually develop that land now. So if they do, I'm for sure gonna be there, and they better have some. I mean, I want like statues, I want like home plate marked out, I want all that, but like I don't think, they probably wouldn't do that. But at the very least, some murals, a plaque. There better be something, or else I'm gonna go do one myself. I'm gonna go make a plaque and start hammering it into the condos or whatever they build. Kezar, did a video there. Yours would be a lot better. Hey, don't say that about yourself, man. I'm sure your video is fantastic. Oh wait, I think I watched your video at Kezar, because I watched you did a Candlestick update before me. So he's the OG candlestick dirt lot updater. Well, I kind of did one back in 2017, but it wasn't that thorough. It was more about old footage. But yeah, Kezar is definitely, yeah. And I would still like to, but I was gonna do a Seal Stadium video, and then the double play bar had the fire, and so I'm trying to wait and see what happens with that. But I still want to do like, there's a lot of sports stuff in San Francisco that hasn't really been touched on that I would love to do videos about. Not exactly easy to do, but I'd like to see you do some stuff in Seattle and Denver. Dude, I want to so bad. Great suggestions. I would love that. I have a list for both cities. I'll be honest. I have a road trip planned that goes through Denver. Me and my cousin have planned this road trip out. Just haven't had the time or money to do it. But yeah, if you have any suggestions of stuff in Denver, what I really like, what I really, really like the most is like the really cool, interesting stories that not a lot of people know about, Those are like my favorite things. The downside to that is a lot of times they don't get a lot of views because they're not like trendy. Like people it's a hidden gem for a reason. You know what I mean? Like people don't know about it. So that's the only downside. Sort of like with Alum Rock Park. I did that video. I put it out. It says 2 years ago. It only has like 1,000 views, right? Because a lot of people, like locals, know about it. They'll go picnic there, but they don't know about like all the cool history. Sup, Jamie? Happy Easter. But those are definitely my favorite things to do is like the hidden gems, or the like intriguing hidden history that hasn't really been touched on. Sort of like the series I did in Locke. Like not a lot of people know about Locke. A lot of paranormal investigators know about Locke, but like most people, it's definitely not like a mainstream thing. And if you guys haven't yet, please go watch the Imaginarium video. I really goofed off and had a good time with that. Like the last duel in San Francisco, that's one of my favorite videos I've ever done. And not a lot of people know about that story. It's not a super well-known story. The local historians definitely know it, but the history, the implication around the last duel in San Francisco is just incredible, and I'm really proud of that video as well. What's your favorite sode? That's really hard to answer. I like in my head I kind of compartmentalize like there's sodes that I think are like, for me at least, top tier. That were I'm just proud of what it was. And then there's other sodes that I think are just really popular that I'm proud of for that reason. And then there's hidden gems, right? So like, I mean, literally the last duel in San Francisco is one of my favorite videos. It's way near the top. Bodie has always been one of my favorite videos. Bodie Ghost Town. Mentryville Ghost Town. All the like Wild West type ones are my favorites. And then besides that, like some of the sports memories, the NFC Championship game with my brother obviously meant the world to me. Like that was awesome. The NBA Finals, the second time, not the first one, second time, that was super special to be there. Arco Arena was one of a kind, right? Like, and also is the most successful video on the channel, so that means a lot to me. And like for example, when I did the Arco series, Arco Park was the first video, which was the abandoned stadium project next door. Nobody really touched on that story, really. Like there was a few news clips about it. There was like a blog post or two. Very little information. Really interesting sports story. So the fact that I was not the first one. There's graffiti out there and stuff, so people will go out there, obviously. But like, Nobody else had gone in and filmed it. Nobody else had traversed through the bushes to get to the actual foundation of what would have been a Major League Baseball or football stadium. So I'm really proud of that. So it's hard to say because there's a lot of videos I love for different reasons. And honestly, there's a lot of videos I don't like. Most of them not because of the content or the subject matter, but just because I thought I did a terrible job. So, let me think. I'll try to tell you my least favorite videos. This is super stupid. I love this video, but I did a video at Copperopolis, and I told the story of Black Bart, one of the most infamous stagecoach robbers in the Wild West. I love the video. I hate what I'm wearing in the video. So it's like, it throws me off because I'm like, I hate what I'm wearing. It's just a t-shirt and shorts, but for some reason it doesn't fit what I'm doing, right? Like, it doesn't fit the story. And so it bothers me. It really bothers me. What else? Dude, this is cool. Ruben, good suggestion. The site of the Patterson-Gimlin film. I looked that up on a map and tried to mark it down. For those that don't know, that's like the infamous Bigfoot footage. I really want to go there. I would love to go there. It's not 100% exactly known like where it is, I think. It's kind of like in this general area of this creek or whatever. But no, I would love to do that. That's a great suggestion. Another great suggestion. Josie says SF Ferry Building or Angel Island. Both are on my list. The Ferry Building I was going to do at some point, but then they started renovating it. But renovations are complete. And so I want to go do that. And the new drone. The new drone that's one of the reasons I got the new drone. Was for the Ferry Building. My other drone would have done it fine, but the new drone is going to kill it. Kill it. So great suggestions. And Angel Island, yeah, I want to go do a whole camping trip at Angel Island and do all that. Select Credit Jay says extra Arco Arena episodes on the main channel. Maybe I'll make those public at some point. But I'm trying to give people incentives to join the membership also. And it's over an hour of extra footage at Arco Arena. Speaking of, I just added, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. All 4 lock extra videos are up, members only. So a lot of behind the scenes of lock. I talked to Martha Esch, the controversial proprietor of the Lock Bed and Breakfast. And we talked about her experience with ghost adventures and stuff like that. Interesting conversation we had. That's up on members only if you guys want to support the channel and become a member of the channel. If not, that's cool. Totally cool. What else we got? Ruben, you sent that twice. Jay. All right. Jay says, how about the Cow Palace? All right. I got a little bit of a rant here. Let me catch up on comments. Those kinds of places are always interesting, especially when they're unknown. Absolutely. I was out there around the same time for the Sac Antique Fair. Need that water gone so we can peep that clubhouse. Yeah, man. Like, I think I told you before. I think it was you that I said, if you see it drained or anything, let me know. Because I will drive up there to get in there. I know you're not a drinker, but you should definitely hit up Kezar Pub. Oh, absolutely. That would definitely be part of the video. Old Niners stuff in the 50s reminded me a little of 49ers version of the Double Play Bar. Yeah, no, absolutely. I want to get in the pavilion as well, which I think they just renovated the pavilion. I went to the pavilion like once as a kid for some event, but otherwise I've only gone in there once. I would love to see if I can get in the Kezar Pavilion again. Alcatraz. I've done 2 episodes at Alcatraz. I've done two. So I did one. It was one of the original videos on this channel. It was in our first. I had a plan of our first 10 videos. So Alcatraz was in that 10, and then we did a nighttime tour of Alcatraz. But my channel has changed a lot since then, and I do a lot more history than I used to. I used to have this idea that I don't think was popular or successful. I used to have this idea that I want my videos to be very, not surface level, but not super thorough. So my idea was I don't want to be super thorough because I want people to want to go explore these places on their own. Like, I don't want to be super thorough and then you don't go, right? I wanted to inspire people to go visit these places. And then I realized, like, it doesn't really matter. Like, more stuff makes people want to see things more. So now I'm a little more comprehensive and thorough about places. And, I used to be against, like, showing pictures or old pictures. And now I do that all the time. I love showing the old pictures and contrasting it with what it looks like today, things like that. So yeah, I want to go back and do another Alcatraz video that is a lot more historically focused. Landmark battle over Alcatraz Island, like when the Native Americans took it over, because that would definitely be something I would, I would touch on. Here, I need to cough up for the VIP game is sold, not told. It's all good, man. It's all good. There's already a... No. Let me get to the Cow Palace thing. Watched since Preston Castle, whenever that was. Yeah, it was a while ago now. Can you do a video on Bosco, the only dog to be mayor in Sonoma? Dude, I literally just wrote that down. I looked that up and wrote that down recently. Yeah. Thank you for reminding me, because that's a cool video that I think I could knock out relatively quickly. That's a really fun story. And Coit Tower is another reason I got my new drone. So Coit Tower's on the list. Dirty Harry location's on the list too. I just watched one of them like 2 weeks ago and took some screenshots of actually the 3rd Street Bridge right outside Oracle Park. Anyway, so back to Cow Palace. Thank you for these suggestions, because even the ones that I'm already like planning, because then I know that some people may actually care about what I do, and so I'm glad that we're in tune. But anyway, so the Cow Palace. Cow Palace is somewhere that means a lot to me. It's very much along the lines of Candlestick. I grew up going to events there. I went to WCW Super Brawl there and saw Hulk Hogan wrestle. I went to San Francisco Bulls hockey there. I went to the old boat shows, like random shows. I saw Disney on Ice there. I saw Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey Circus there. I love the Cow Palace. Ooh, oops, hit the mic. I love the Cow Palace. So, if you guys don't know, I've said this before. I do a little job. I'm in management now, but my day job, I work with these little bad boys, okay? If you know, you know. I used to drive these. I don't anymore, but I used to. I used to teach people how to drive these, and I used to teach them all about what all the stuff on them is. So I was somewhat of an expert on those vehicles. When we had drivers, I'm trying to like not say too much because there's NDAs and things I'm not supposed to talk about. When we had drivers, they would have to learn. One of the spots that we used was the Cow Palace parking lot. Okay, so we used to go there like once a week. We go to the Cow Palace parking lot, and we actually used. There's halls that they use. Oh, we did a video at the Dickens Fair before, and we did a live stream at the Dickens Fair, which is at the Cow Palace, in the halls, which are down the hill from the arena part of the Cow Palace. But there's also a hall right next to the arena on the top level. If you've never been to the Cow Palace, it's sort of built on a hill. So the hall right next to the arena part, we used to use that as a break area and a kind of a classroom area. So I loved it. Those were my favorite days of work because I got to go work at the Cow Palace. And we would be in those little halls, and this was like post lockdown, right? So like the end of 2020 into 2021. There was no events going on at the Cow Palace. So I would sneak around the Cow Palace. All right. I would sneak in. We'd walk around. I explored the whole Cow Palace. It was awesome. I actually have some footage that when I get to the end of the story, you'll understand. I might put out, I might not. I have some footage of the Cow Palace empty. They had a bunch of stuff they were clearing out. They had a bunch of just cool artifacts. Tables full of stuff, like from old offices they were cleaning out. Also, San Francisco was storing old fire trucks from all different eras. There's still some outside, but there were some inside the hall. Old San Francisco Fire Department fire trucks just lined up. It was so cool. It was so cool. On this table, there was a seating chart. It was like framed, I think. It might not have even been framed, but it was a big seating chart of the Cow Palace. And I wanted it so bad. I wanted it so bad, but I didn't want to steal it. And me and a buddy that I worked with, we were kind of poking around, looking at stuff. And there was a guy who came out. He came out from one of the offices. So there used to be people kind of around, but not a lot of people. There was no events or anything, like I said. So I spark up conversation with them. I tell him I have a YouTube channel. I tell him I love this place. I tell him I want to make a video on this place. I tell him that he would not regret letting me do a video on this place. And that, just like with Candlestick, I was like, my video will be a love letter to this place. If you're not familiar with the Cow Palace, it was, it's had everything. It's had Elvis, it's had the Beatles, it's had Hulk Hogan, it's had Wilt Chamberlain, it's had Bill Russell, right? Like, it's incredible history. So this guy was super into it. Really nice guy. He was like, man, that sounds awesome. Like, yeah, like, blah, blah, blah. We can talk about this, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, let me show you some stuff. He takes me around the Cow Palace. We go into the old green room that the Beatles used when they performed there. And he shows me they have a picture of the Beatles on the wall sitting right where that picture's hanging up. He takes me into the box office. The whole wall of the box office is covered in signatures from all kinds of people that perform there. Music acts, circus acts, athletes, anything you can think of. I can't even remember some of the signatures I saw, but it was wild. It was like a who's who of the entertainment industry for 70 years. So I'm juiced. And I tell him about the seating chart. I'm like, hey, by the way, this seating chart, I'll buy it. Like, I'll buy it. Let me know. And he's like, oh, we have to ask so-and-so, whatever. I'll let you know. He gives me his card. He gives me his email address. I email him. No response. All right. Sorry this is going long. I'm rambling. I feel like I'm losing viewers, I think. My bad. But I love this stuff. No response. I go back to the Cow Palace for another day of work. A couple weeks later, 3 weeks later or something. I see him again. I'm like, hey, man, sorry to bother you, but I emailed you. I'm just, I'm checking in. And he's like, oh, yeah. He's like, I'm sorry, I'm busy. I'm sorry, I'll respond to you. A lot going on. And I'm like, no, it's all good. All good. But just, I'm super passionate about this. And I will pay if I have to. If you Just all I was like, I don't need anything, just access. Just let me walk around with a camera. That's it. And I will make a really cool video about this place and the history. And he's like, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. All good. No response. I email him again, no response. Then we stopped using that parking lot. And I haven't heard back. And I'm really, really sad. I'm really bummed. Part of me just wishes I would have brought my camera one day and just did it on my own because I had access, but I wanted to do it the right way. Part of me wishes I would have just taken that seating chart because who knows, I might have just thrown it away. But I didn't because I wanted to do the right thing. And it's one of those moments where kind of doing the right thing for that didn't work out in my favor. But I say all that to say, the Cow Palace is at this point one of my like bucket list episodes that I want to do, that I've been trying to do. I do have some awesome behind the scenes footage of the Cow Palace, but again, I don't want to put it out and then they're angry at me. But maybe I'll do members only of Cow Palace footage. I would love to do it, and I've been trying to do it, but I want to do it the right way. They just open the door for me. Just open the door for me. I don't need anything else. But yeah, I would love to. History of the Golden Gate Bridge. That's another episode I've wanted to do. What's his name? Strauss, the head architect and engineer. Crazy, cool story. That would be awesome. Beta Breakers run. Oh man, that would be hard. I need to get my stamina up. All right. Well, I guess I don't have to run in it, right? I could just do the history of it and film it from the sidelines. But I should probably run in it if I'm going to talk about it, right? What do you think? I don't know. Nash Bridges Show has lots of SF film locations. I never watched that. I always liked Don. The heck is his name? Miami Vice. Like, why can't I not think of his name? Dude, I'm really losing it. My brain is going, folks. It's going. First concert was at the Cow Palace, Metallica in 1992. See what I'm talking about, man? The Cow Palace is awesome. And I'm not calling this guy out. I'm not even saying his name. But if he would have just, before they even started events, they weren't doing any events. He could have just let me roam around for a couple hours with a camera, and they would have had an awesome video just showcasing the history, showcasing how cool that place was by someone that absolutely adores that place. But it is what it is. He was probably busy. You know, it was post-pandemic. They were probably stressing about how to get events going again, and it was probably a lot. I understand it. I just wish he would have let me wander around. I wouldn't have bothered him. And let me buy the seating chart. I would have gave him like $100 for that seating chart. You know. Missed you on Thursday. Yeah, Marie, I was saying I had FOMO. I wish I was there. I was watching Gabe's video and I was like, man, I wish I would have gone. Saw Metallica with Korn in 96 at the Cow Palace, Jack? Or Don Johnson. There you go. Thank you, guys. And Cheech. Cheech is in Nash Bridges? I did not know that. I did not realize that. Maybe I knew at some point, but like I said, this brain is going. Yeah, Jack, was Metallica and Korn at Cow Palace? Cow Palace is so cool. If you walk down, it's a really old venue. No bells and whistles, right? And you go around the hallway. There's a couple concessions, but not much. But in the hallway, there's just all along the hallway pictures of all the people that have performed there. It was awesome. I think that's probably still there. So part of me is thinking with the Cow Palace, I just go to a random Cow Palace event, just get a ticket and go film it. And this is what's funny. Pre-pandemic, before the pandemic, I wanted to do a Cow Palace episode. I actually emailed the Cow Palace a couple years before this. I emailed the Cow Palace and said, is there any way I can get in and I want to film a video about the history. I don't think I ever got a response. So I had the same plan. I was like, let me just buy a ticket to whatever event happens there and just ignore the event basically and just film about the Cow Palace. The thing is, I want to get on the floor and stuff though. But I was like, this will have to do. But at the time, the only events they had in the like arena part was like girls gymnastics. And I was like, I'm not going to be the creepy 30-something guy walking around a gymnastics competition with a camera. You know what I mean? You guys understand, right? I did not want to be that guy. Yeah, that would get me on a list very, very quickly. And I don't want to be on those kinds of lists. Promise you. So, yeah, I was like, maybe I'll wait for another event that's not, girls gymnastics. And then the pandemic hit. And then, so the guy I met at the Cow Palace, by the way, he was like new. He was like, I just got this job. I'm trying to find ways to revitalize the Cow Palace. I'm like, well, perfect. I do YouTube videos. That's a great way to, get a cool video. And I also said like as maybe a trade, I'll do some I'll do some like videos for you. Like, let me know if there's an event you want to hype up or something, and I'll do a video for you. Like, we can trade. And he was all excited. He's like, yeah, we need more social media presence. And, it just didn't happen. The thing is, though, the Cow Palace has an awesome Instagram. And so I don't know if it's him or someone else, but he was like focused on social media. So it could be him if he's still there. It's been a few years now. But their Instagram's awesome. Really cool old pictures and footage and hyping up new events. Really good Instagram. I don't know. Everyone go to the Instagram and tag Variety Show and be like, you should let Variety Show do a video. It was 14th birthday. That's super cool, man. Last time I was at Cow Palace was HempCon, like 2016. Itching for a full tour. Yeah, man. They so actually last weekend they had a card show there, but I believe it was downhill in the exhibition halls. And some of the pins I got, some of those vendors were going to be there. So I was going to go. I was excited to go. And then, dude, all right, I was going to go to the show. Financially, I'm hurting right now because I'm trying to take my niece to Disneyland. I bought the drone, right? All that stuff. So I was like, oh, yeah, I can go to the card show. It'll be tough to, like, not buy a bunch of stuff, but, like, whatever. Still browse, look at pins and trading cards. And, bro, parking was like $20. The tickets to get in were like $20 or 25. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna drop $40-50 just to go in. I don't know, man. So I ended up not going. If it was $20 to get in and parking, sure, but like almost $50 for a card show. I'd rather drop that $50 on some cards or some pins inside. You know what I mean? So anyways, I didn't end up going. But I love the Cow Palace. And if I can ever get the access that I've been begging for 5 years now, I will. I know. I already have a plan for the video. I have a plan for the video. Do you guys know? Not only we're talking about sports, we're talking about music. Martin Luther King spoke at the Cow Palace. John F. Kennedy spoke at the Cow Palace. That place is awesome, man. Awesome. Young Michael Douglas. Dude, they did I've never fully watched Streets of San Francisco. So that's cool that it's on YouTube. I think I looked it up on streaming not that long ago and I couldn't find it. So I'm glad it's on YouTube. I got to check that out, especially if they have a Cow Palace episode. Got to pay just to exist these days. I'm telling you, bro, it's $20 just to leave the house. Like, come on. But anyways, What was I gonna say? Something about streets of San Francisco, Kappa. Oh, one fun story. I might have told this in the Giants Fan Fest video. I might have cut it out. I'm not sure. But what's really fun about dang it, which one of the Dirty Harry movies? Dang it, what Dirty Harry movie? Was it Sudden Impact? One of the Dirty Harry movies though. They have a scene with the in the movie the San Francisco mayor is at a Giants game at Candlestick Park. And this was very short-lived time period where Candlestick had turf, had AstroTurf. So they're at Candlestick Park, the mayor, right? Wait, did I tell this? I feel like I told this story. Whatever. They're at Candlestick Park. The mayor leaves the game. I think he gets an emergency call or something. He leaves the game. He heads back north. He goes up like 3rd Street to go back to like downtown. And there's a group of people, they're kind of like domestic terrorists, that are trying to kidnap the mayor. So the girl goes into the 3rd Street Bridge control tower building. It's still there. She goes in there and she forces the guy working there to raise the 3rd Street Bridge to basically block the mayor so that they can kidnap the mayor. So I always thought that was really fun because the scene starts at Candlestick Park and the scene ends where Oracle Park is today. Way before Oracle Park existed. I think that's a fun tidbit. And then there's a scene at a diner down the street. You can see Dirty Harry pull into the diner and you can see the 3rd Street Bridge right outside Oracle Park. You can see it in the background. And that diner then became a McDonald's, which I went to before. Sometimes I get like quick McDonald's, snack before a Giants game. And now they tore that down. Now it's condos. But I love that kind of stuff. Tightrope. Wait, what's tightrope? Sode hunting down all the Mac Dre, Tupac Jacker murals around the bay could be dope. That would be dope. I think so many of them are gone now, though. My favorite Mac Dre one it was like in Soma, right off Harrison in San Francisco. That was my favorite Mac Dre one. That one's gone. Oh, you just said that. Classic Orange Red one in SF was the best one. Gone since like '09 though. Yeah, no, that's I got a bunch of pictures in front of that one. That was the best one for sure. Just tagged you in a comment on a post on their IG telling them to let you shoot a video. Thanks, man. Holding it down. Georgia Peach, what up? Any other suggestions? Yeah, Cow Palace though. That's a dream episode. All right, I really like these suggestions. You guys gave me some good ideas and also showed me that I'm on the right path on some of this stuff. And look, I know a lot of the videos I do aren't super popular. The Imaginarium video I just did barely got any views. It has the lowest click-through rate, which is like the rate that people click the video when they see the thumbnail. Has like the lowest click-through rate I've ever seen on my channel. Immense failure of a video. But it has so much fun with me and my brother. So even though it sucks, it makes me sad when the videos perform terribly. I still got a really cool memory with my brother. We had a good time. It was a very silly video if you didn't watch it. Very goofy. We just acted dumb the whole time. But, some of these history ones, you never know. It's hit or miss. Sometimes it's like they do really well. Sometimes people don't care. But like I've said a million times, I do the videos that I want to do. I don't just I'm not trying to get famous or rich. I would love to be rich. Fame is like whatever. If it comes with it, it comes with it. It's whatever. I only want to be famous so that I can do good things to help people and get money to be able to do it and do cool things. That's all. But yeah, so I do the videos I think are worth doing. So thank you. You guys nailed a lot of the suggestions that I'm planning, and then you guys gave me some good ideas, so I appreciate it. Can't remember which movie. Oh yeah, seen that scene. There was also Doggy Diner there at one point. Wait, there was a Doggy Diner where that McDonald's was? That was a Doggy Diner? I got a Doggy Diner pin somewhere. Oh, did you guys see? I posted on Instagram only. I don't think I posted anywhere else. I found the Doggy Diner heads they were in Golden Gate Park for a short-lived time last year. And then someone like set one on fire or something. And then they took them away. I found them sitting on a trailer on Treasure Island. I was driving around. Me and my cousin were driving around. And I filmed a new channel intro that I haven't put out yet because right after I did it, I decided to change the name from Something or Other Tour to Variety. So the whole video, I'm talking about Something or Other Tour. So I need to redo it again. But while driving around Treasure Island, we found a whole trailer with 3 Doggy Diner heads on it. I was so excited. Tightrope is one of the Dirty Harry movies. I don't think I ever saw that one. Can't remember which movie that was. It was either Tightrope or Sudden Impact. I think it was Sudden Impact. Dude, if you enjoyed it, have fun. That's all that matters. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. I'd never been to the Cow Palace. Oh, Josie, try to go just so you say you've been. Because I know you like this kind of history and the sports stuff. Dude, Wilt Chamberlain played basketball there. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta just go to, find an event and go. Occasionally they'll have like wrestling events, which are cool. So, because I got to see photos. Wait, photos. I'm all over the place, so now I don't know which photos. Oh, the Doggy Diner one? Doggy Diner on... Oh, on Sloat. Yeah. That head is still there, I think. But the Doggy Diner, I want to say, I think it closed right before I was born or I was very young. So I never got to go to the Doggy Diner. But there is a movement to bring it back. I just looked this up. Oh, I never got to the pictures I was going to show. The Kezar pictures. Let me. All right, here it is. Doggydiner.com. Doggy revitalization. A friend of the doggies, Frank Snob, has a very nice Flickr gallery where he documents some of the ongoing process of the doggies' transformation to full, restored, and revitalized glory. I think this is the heads, not... I thought they were actually trying to... There's a Kickstarter. I think they might be trying to actually bring the Doggy Diner back. But here's the 3 heads, and this is before they're restored. They're now restored, and they're hiding on Treasure Island on a trailer, or at least they were a few months ago. If anyone's not aware, shot simple, I know you're Australian. A Doggy Diner was a very small chain of diners in the San Francisco area, and they all had these big, ugly, but lovable Doggy Diner heads up on poles. So that one in the background of this picture, that one is still there. That's the one on Sloat. It was across the street from where the diner was, I think. But just a really, really fun, like, San Francisco history, you know. What is this? I got a little video. Oh, yeah. See, there's a picture. You can see the diner with the doggy head outside. Yeah, very, very cool. Very cool San Francisco history there. I was going to show you guys. Here's Cole at Kezar. Doing the Heisman. Funny. This is a hilarious picture. He might be very angry I'm showing this. This was when we went to go film Kezar, but I had a broken finger. And oh, you know what? I'm wrong. This was before we filmed. This was, if you notice his shirt and hat, we went and did a candlestick tour this day, and then we were like, let's go to Kezar and play catch also. So actually, no, this isn't when we filmed. When we filmed, I had a broken finger, so we decided not to. But here's another good one. Yeah, so Kezar is definitely something we're going to do. Yeah, caught off guard. But yeah, so we want to do a Kezar episode. We will eventually. Keys are Doggy Diner near 3rd Street Bridge at one point. I've seen images online. I gotta look that up. I didn't realize that. Doggy Diner heads from Treasure Island. I have those photos still on my Facebook. Okay. I was about to Google Doggy Diner. Yeah. Looks like Spinner from Degrassi. Wait, who's Spinner from Degrassi? Oh, my brother. I see it. I definitely see it. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah. Yeah, Cole said he'll be on a live stream at some point. He will be on a live stream. So yeah, I'll do the Keysar eventually, and then Cow Palace. I just gotta wait for the word. They just gotta let me in there. They gotta let me in there. You know, I saw a video, by the way. I saw a TikTok yesterday. Some guy. I didn't look at the rest of his video, so I don't really know his content that well. But he went to Dodger Stadium for their opening game, and he paid for parking but didn't have a ticket to the game. And I guess he had some sort of like selfie stick or something. And he was filming the crowds going into the game. And he said he was filming it to document basically the hype around Ohtani. Like, not since Babe Ruth has there been, a pitcher and hitter this good, blah, blah, blah. He said he was going to just document it. And then this lady from the Dodgers, was like, oh, you can't bring that in. He's like, oh, I'm not going in. So then she's like, oh, well, you can't be filming here. And she, kept amping it up, and then she got the police on him and all this stuff. And it's just like, look, I wish these places weren't so outdated in their thinking. Like, you should promote the content creation that is helping promote whatever it is that you're doing. And I hate that so many, especially sports venues, are so particular about it. Now, I understand you shouldn't, I always, when I'm filming something, I do everything I can to not, negatively affect anyone's experience around me. And sometimes I go out of my way. I'll do everything I can to avoid bothering people when I'm filming. So I totally understand that. But at the same time, these people act like they're guarding, the gold at Fort Knox or something. It's like, it's annoying. So Cow Palace let me in is my overall point. Do you want to work for the San Francisco Giants in some way, like social media or marketing or something like that? That's an interesting question. I saw that the Warriors actually had a job opening for something like that, probably a year ago. And I was like, should I just apply and just see what happens? There's a few things, though, that hold me up. On just in general, asking me that question, working for the Giants would be a dream. Even though I'm upset about how they did Rennell, and I don't want to be done like that. But yeah, that would be a dream. There's a few issues with it, though. Creative control. Being able to express myself freely without, people saying I'm representing the team or the team taking it that way. Because a lot of jobs, they consider you're representing that organization, even if you're not, actively on the clock. And also, I think they just pay very poorly. I've put myself in quite a bind. I live completely alone. I'm not married, don't have a significant other. I have to make a decent amount of money to exist in the Bay Area on my own with no help. So because of that, I have to work with companies like the one I talked about earlier that, pays pretty well. I can't complain about that too much. So if the Giants were able to pay me well to do stuff like that, sure. But the problem is a lot of these companies, and I don't know if the Giants are, but especially at the sports teams, attractions, or all the places I like, when they have a social media position, a lot of times they want youth, first of all, and I'm getting old, right? I'm very old at this point. They're looking for youth because they want a youthful outlook on social media, and also they just want someone that they can pay less because they're like, it's an entry level position is how they position it in within the marketplace. So the position is positioned within the marketplace to be sort of entry level, or almost like a internship or paid internship. So working those jobs can be hard. I knew a girl that was a camera operator for the Warriors, and she said the pay was awful. It was like minimum wage, basically, which is very difficult in the Bay Area, you know. But it's one of those things, like, you will use the Giants as an example since you brought it up. Is it better for me to do my content parallel to them and then be basically locked out of certain things, or would it be better to have my foot in the door but also be handcuffed in some ways? I think my independence might be better. Not that, but the thing, to be honest, what I do is not that important. I don't do that much, so it's like it's not even to that point. But I think ahead for potential, potential avenues. We'll say. So I don't know. It would be cool though. It would be cool. If these teams had valued, I guess, social media more, I think they should get people like me or people like Gamer Athletics to do official content. And, I talked about this before last week, I think, when I talked about Renell. Like, the Giants commented on the FanFest video a couple weeks ago. The official Giants account or whatever, they commented on my video. And not only that, but they made a joke about a joke I made in the video. So whoever, their person was, actually watched the video. And that was a milestone moment for me because I have wanted the Giants to acknowledge my presence in some way. I always thought, like, keep working harder, and then maybe, the Giants, the Warriors, the Niners, the Cow Palace, like, whatever organizations I love, Knott's Berry Farm, Disneyland, I don't know, whatever. Work hard enough that these places that you love and that I help promote, basically, actually acknowledge me. And I finally got that milestone with the Giants acknowledging me. Now, other organizations that I think highly of have before as well. ESPN. I've talked with ESPN. I've worked with ESPN. I've worked with Ticketmaster, but it didn't go through. But I licensed some footage for a Ticketmaster promotion, and they ended up not doing the promotion, I guess, so they didn't use the footage. But still, I talked with them. I've worked with a textbook publisher in France that does high school textbooks. So I've had cool things like that. Like, I did the video at the Historic Union Cemetery, and the president of the cemetery, the Historic Union Cemetery Association, reached out to me. She brought me as a special guest speaker at an event. She gave me a gift that's still hanging on my wall. Like, a lot of cool things like that. The Sacramento River Cats reached out to me. They invited me to a game. So I've been very lucky to have stuff like that happen. But the big guys, such as the Giants, the Niners, Warriors, things like that, they had never acknowledged me until a couple weeks ago with that comment. And I know it's just a comment, but it's still acknowledgement. It's still a proud moment for me that I made something that the team, I grew up with, that I've loved forever, that I will love forever as long as they don't screw us over. The fact that they even left a comment and acknowledged what I made, my work, meant the world to me. Very true. I almost applied to driverless cars. It sounded like no option to work weekends. They didn't give you an option to work weekends. I mean, there's the industry changes so much, and there's so many companies that it's hard to even say with that stuff. YouTube, you're your own boss. You have 100% of your creative content. Exactly. You can't beat that. You can't put a price on your freedom of expression. Yeah, that's, as cool as it would be to work for the Giants, I would be handcuffed. So there's a possibility. There's a slim possibility, especially with them commenting on my video. There's a slim possibility I could continue to do my thing independently, and someday they acknowledge that and maybe give me a little bit of an opening to work alongside them. That's what I would hope for. I don't know if it'll ever happen, but that would be cool. If they have an event and they're like, oh, let's invite some content creators, and I happen to be on that list, something along those lines, that's a possibility that would be awesome. There's a guy, I don't know him, but we have mutual friends. He started a clothing line in the Bay Area, and he was actually part of a small marketing campaign. Saying small marketing campaign sounds like I was like diminishing it. I don't mean to do that. I meant like a social media campaign, not like the stadium wasn't covered in it type thing. But they did a marketing campaign for the City Connect jerseys when they came out, and he was part of that. And he's just a small, business owner that started a clothing line in the Bay Area, and he has like a brick and mortar now, it looks like. I don't really know him. Like I say, we just have mutual friends. But he was involved in that marketing for the City Connect jerseys. Little things like that would be cool. Super cool. In the sports industry, you need to be able to work weekends. Oh yeah, absolutely. But I think Dirty Harry was talking about like the self-driving car industry, autonomous industry. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's like what I'm trying to do. There's no there's no clear path. There's no clear answers. There's definitely there's clear path, or not, I wouldn't say clear path, but there's definitely things I could be doing to grow the channel that I don't want to do. I don't want to do low effort content. I don't want to do trend hopping stuff. I don't want to just like create controversy. I don't want to lower my standards of quality to put out more content so that I get better luck in the algorithm. And the way the algorithm works is kind of like, it's almost like you're shooting dice or you're gambling. Like, the more content you put out, the more chances you have at hitting big. But with the way I do my content, I just can't pump out content like that. I wish I could. If I could do this full time, like if this channel made enough money for me to do this full time, like I could put out way more content than I do currently. But it's just, I'm not there. Not there. Meant to get no choice for Thursday, Sunday. Zooks. Okay. I'm not allowed to comment on anyone, but I know some people over there. Look, there's the autonomous industry. It's volatile. It's as volatile as it gets. But within that movement and change, you can find a lot of opportunity. You got to have, I guess, you got to be able to see the bigger picture and kind of guess the future, which means you also got to be a little lucky. But if you position yourself correctly in the industry, there's definitely opportunity. what I know, Disney has a media list, but they're very picky on the content creators they invite. Those creators need to worship Disney almost. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. One of my favorite YouTubers, I don't watch a lot of YouTubers, to be honest. On YouTube, I watch a lot of comedy podcasts and some random videos, and only a few content creators. And the people I watch are very much like me, and they do kind of a random array of things. So, I've talked about Adam the Woo before, and he was on my channel. Got to meet him and stuff, which is super cool. He does random content. He got banned from Disney for a while, from Disney World for a while. And then the other guy I watch a lot, who does very good videos, is Justin Scarred. He does a lot of Disney content, not just Disney content, but a lot of Knott's Berry Farm content too. And there's a lot of overlap in the things I cover and the things Justin Scarred covers. The only difference is sports. He doesn't touch sports at all. And then Adam the Woo started doing baseball a few years ago. He's really into baseball now. So there's some overlap there. But with Justin Scarred, with the history stuff I do, there's a lot of overlap. But he does way more Disney content. And then I do sports content. But the overlap is there. But Justin Scarred is obviously way, way bigger than I am. Way bigger. But anyways, Justin Scarred, even at the level he's at, which is way bigger, and he does very family-friendly content, very well-done content. I saw him say in his Facebook group recently, he said that Disney will not give him a media pass. They won't do it. And I think that's a shame. I think he deserves it from what he's done for Disney and for Disneyland and Disney history and Disney World, Disneyland Paris. Like, he's done all this stuff. And the fact that because he doesn't fit this weird cookie cutter image, that's my guess. The content creators that Disney allows is very, like I said, I don't want to cause controversy. The ones that Disney seems to allow are very fake to me. They're playing this like TV commercial happy-go-lucky family, and it just comes across as so disingenuous to me. And I don't think he fits that bill, and maybe that's why. I don't know. You didn't make P. Diddy warrant video? Wait, what? Dude, Diddy, man. Diddy, what were you up to? You'll get there, mate. You don't put as much effort in the videos as you do and not get any reward for that. You'll be able to do this full time one day. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you saying that. I mean, I would love that. I would love that. Like, this is my thing. This is my thing. I was just like, do I want to transition from Diddy's awful behavior to this? But whatever. I have always, since day one when I started this, I have always seen these silly videos as a stepping stone to do something good for people. And I always say, like, I'm not smart enough to invent a medical device, a new medical device, or like save lives or clean drinking water, for undeveloped countries. I'm not smart enough or knowledgeable or connected enough to ever do something like that. But what I can do is talk history, put a positive spin on experiences and living life, and hopefully be able to tell these stories in a fun way where I want, like, I'll give a shorthand version because I feel like I repeat myself so much with this, but I started this channel because I lost a lot of people. And my best friend I talked about last week, my best friend wasn't around anymore because of bad reasons. a buddy of mine was shot and killed. And I was doing music at the time. We were supposed to be doing music together. Another buddy of mine was shot. He survived, thankfully. I knew a lot of people that were killed growing up. I knew a lot of people on drugs. I knew a lot of people just wasting their lives. And I saw some parts of my family were doing well. So some parts of my family had money. They're doing well. And I was privileged enough to be able to go to Disneyland. My mom, married my stepfather, and we moved to a nice neighborhood with a nice house, right? When we used to live in, little 1-bedroom apartments. So I got to see kind of both sides of society, of like my stepdad's brother, for example. We go for little get-togethers, family get-togethers, and he would have like a new Ferrari in his garage. And then on the other side of it, I would have my friends living, growing up in a household full of drugs and drug dealers. And I would be in both of those circles. And I was fortunate enough to be able to go to Disneyland, and my grandma took me on road trips. We went to Grand Canyon, we went to Vegas, and I told the story. Me and my cousin were let loose at like 10, 11 years old in Vegas by ourselves. They gave us like $20 to go to the arcade, and we would just run up and down the strip by ourselves. So I got these experiences to live life that a lot of my friends that I saw didn't get to do. They were stuck, right? They were stuck in the bad stuff that I was also familiar with, but I got an out. I was able to get out of that. And so many people didn't make it. And so I wrote a song about a buddy of mine that was killed in 2014. I wrote a song called Sunset in Hawaii. And it was basically saying, I hope that me and my friends, I hope we can see things like the sunset in Hawaii or the sunrise in Paris or all these cool things that life has to offer. I hope we can see these things before we're dead, before we get killed, before drug overdose, before we're in jail, before we just live a very closed off, shallow, surface level life where we don't explore the world. Not just the world, but explore history, explore knowledge, explore learning, right? And that song was kind of the catalyst where I loved Anthony Bourdain, and I was like, I used to watch Anthony Bourdain shows all the time, and I love travel shows, but like all travel shows were geared towards a certain audience, which was to me sort of a middle class, white, older audience. And so I was like, let me do kind of a hip hop travel show, and I thought I could build this to something where I can do good for people. And I always want to do these videos, but I want the videos to just be kind of the catalyst to be able to do whatever it is, some sort of charity work, provide for people. That's one of the reasons I like to do giveaways and do giveaway Niner tickets, because I want everyone to be able to experience things. And so I always saw this as a way to build a brand that can maybe, if I'm lucky, be able to do good for people. And that's important to me. And yeah, I don't even remember why I went on that rant. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see where it leads me. I love doing it. It's the best thing I've done with my life, is to be able to do these videos. So the people, you guys, a bunch of you show up every Sunday night pretty much to chat with me and all that. And I'm telling you guys, like, it means the world to me. It means the world to me when people see me at the ballpark and just say, hey man, love your videos, right? Like, that means the world to me, because it's sort of like, it's kind of the same thing I said about Renelle, where I'm like, oh, some people see she's just the PA announcer. I'm like, no, man, like, little things mean way more. Little things are only little things if you are a surface level thinker. Little things lead to big things. They lead to important things. They lead to things that matter to society, to us as individuals, right? So like these silly videos mean the world to me. Those moments when one person will be like, "Hey, I really like that video." It it's bigger than just it's bigger than just that, you know? Like it really is awesome. I don't want John Fisher to experience things. Gabe, I love your videos too, man. Thank you. Thank you for all you do. And thank you for being so kind-hearted. It's, you know, I watch Gabe at some of these events we go to because Gabe is popular, right? Everyone loves Gabe. People are always bothering him, asking him for pictures and whatnot. And Gabe navigates it so well. I admire that, Gabe. You navigate it. You don't have a big head. You don't have an ego. You're not arrogant at all. But at the same time, it's like you've been there before. It's like you've been famous your whole life, man. The way you navigate dealing with people. You don't get flustered. You don't get weird. You don't get awkward. You don't get arrogant. I appreciate it. That's a good why for why you do what you do. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Look, it's hard. I you know, I don't want to go too long on this. It's been 2 hours, but I feel like so many. I'm an emotional person. I'm a passionate person. I'm as passionate as anyone could ever be, probably to a fault. Like it's too much. I need to chill. But I don't even remember what I was gonna say. Look at me. What a dummy. What a dummy. I forgot what I was gonna say. That's how passionate I am. Idiot. I'm an idiot. My brain doesn't work anymore. Hold on, let me think about it. Wait, did anyone say any other suggestions? No, let me close that. And then let me try to think what I was gonna say. I don't know, dude. Same old stuff. Oh, I know. Sorry. The passion leads to disappointment. It leads to sadness. Like, oh, I was bummed when I saw like the numbers for the Imaginarium video. I was bummed. Because I care so much. And it's kind of like one of those things where like after doing it, I've been doing this 7-8 years, and the fact that like I can barely scratch 100 views out of a video feels like an immense failure on my part. Like, what have I been doing for 7 years? You know what I mean? And obviously Imaginarium was not like this super well-known thing that's popular for people to go to, but I don't think a lot of people were looking into it. Plus, it's like, it's not something, I haven't been doing videos at places like that in a while. I have done some before, but it was kind of out of the blue, right? So I totally understand why it wouldn't perform that well. But I also feel like, I don't know if this is arrogance that I should learn from and cut out, but like, I was like, damn, like, after everything I've done with this channel, that's not enough for, you know, a bigger portion of the 20-something thousand people that subscribe to check in, even if it's not a subject that you care about, right? Because like Justin Scard, for example, I buy into what he does. So he'll do a video somewhere that I don't really have an interest in, which is rare because I kind of have an interest in everything. But I'll still watch it because I believe in what he's doing and I'm invested in that. So I feel like a failure when I'm like, people aren't invested in what I do after this many years. And that's, I'm not trying to say that as like a woe is me wanting sympathy thing. It's just a pragmatic thought of like, am I wasting my time? So that passion can be great, but it's a double-sided sword. That's kind of my point. That there's highs and there's lows. You know what I mean? Renell was there from the start of the new stadium era. So yeah, I kind of see what you mean on a human family business view. Yeah, like it's just the PA announcer, but no, it's not. It's not. You know, it's bigger than that. It means more than that. And I kind of, this is a funny thought I always have, but I see like the lineage of an action or something that someone says, where if you follow it down the path, you can find more. So I'll give you an example. When someone is just so rude in traffic and they just cut someone off with no blinker, like they don't care, no blinker, just move over. Like, yeah, I'm taking this spot, right? In the grand scale of things, right? There's a basically a genocide being committed right now. A bridge collapsed in Baltimore because a cargo tanker rammed into it, right? Terrible, much more important things going on than someone cutting someone off with no blinker. But the way I see it, because I'm crazy, if you gave that person incrementally, just dialed up their power and authority in life, to me, that person's like Hitler. That person's a dictator. Because it's the same thought process to me of cutting someone off and just totally disregarding any sort of like respect or kindness or anything. Disregarding that because you're like, no, I want to get over. I don't care how any of you feel. I don't care how it looks. No shame. To me, that is the same exact DNA of a thought of being a dictator and like committing a genocide. If you gave that person a little bit more power and you just keep ramping up their power, eventually they'd be a dictator. I know that might sound crazy, but to me, that's why even the smallest acts of kindness or disrespect or whatever, to me, are a bigger deal. You know? Because like if someone can be so disrespectful on a human level in one little way, circumstances have led it to where you're just this person that won't hold a door open for someone walking in behind you. Circumstances have led you, you know, to be the person walking into the subway and not caring that someone's right behind you and not even trying to hold the door for them. But other circumstances, you could have been leading an army in a developing country. And you could be committing genocide on the other side of the country that, you know, has a political disagreement with you. I don't know if that's crazy. That's how I see things. It happens with age. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. Thank you, Josie. Josie, you're a real one. I appreciate you. Jamie, you're a real one. Dirty Harry Films, Shot Simple. You guys show up, and it means so much to me. It really does. I hear a lot of YouTubers say half their video views are from unsubscribed viewers. No, absolutely. But at the same time, it's like 20,000 subscribers, and it took me a long time to get 100 views on that last video. It's like, dang, 100 out of 20,000, right? And this is not like, I'm not saying this in an entitled way. I'm just saying it in a pragmatic, analyzing what I'm doing way. Because I'm not entitled to anybody's time or attention or anything. So I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying like when I'm analyzing myself and what I'm doing, it's very difficult because I care, man. I care so much about what I'm doing. I never half-ass anything, any videos. Like, never. I will mess up. I will make mistakes. But I never purposely do not give it 100% when I'm doing something. I mess up all the time, though. All the time. There was a video I just had done, and then I thought of something, and I went back and undid it, and just added to it. I've driven an extra 4 to 5 hours to get one shot to add to a video, because I was like, it's not right. It's not right. I drove Mentryville. I think I might have revealed this before, but Mentryville, if you watch that episode, Mentryville was it's an old ghost town that was an oil boom town that basically is where the company that became Chevron started in California. Really cool history. I filmed that episode 6 months apart. It's two different days, but you wouldn't tell because I wore the same clothes. My hair is different lengths in different shots, but I wore the same clothes. I drove all the way back, 6 hours. I drove back. Actually, it was my third trip because the first trip I forgot my camera at home. Another fun story. I drove all the way back because there was something I missed, and I was like, I can't do this episode properly without checking that out. Another time I drove from San Diego back to LA to get one drone shot at the StubHub Center years ago. Drove all the way to LA and back in one day, like one afternoon, in traffic and everything, just to get that one shot to add to a video. So I care so much. So yeah, when a video performs poorly, it hurts. But it's not anyone's fault. I'm not blaming anyone. I think they share the same sort of passion you have, and I think that's why I enjoy your content. Thank you, man. I'm glad. I know there's enough people out there. I just have to find them. Reputation is everything. Yeah, I must have a terrible reputation. One thing I found posting content online is it's always a surprise. The one you thought was going to go off always flops. The one you're met on tends to surprise and go viral. Absolutely. It's so weird. It's true. It's absolutely true. Like, there's only a few where I was like, I know this is going to do well. There's only a few. Arco Arena, I knew was going to do well. And then guess what? Did terrible. It did terrible. But guess what? A few months later, the algorithm caught it again and it took off. But that first few months, oh, guys, I was sad. Your boy was sad. It took a few months for Arco to hit. It only had like a couple thousand views the first like 3 months. And then what sucks though, it took off, it hit like 700,000 and it's been stuck. It's been stuck there ever since. So I'm hoping one day like the algorithm will catch it again. That'd be cool. Cause I'm proud of that video. But yeah, no, absolutely. And then there's some videos I think suck and then they do pretty well. Like, it's crazy. Imaginarium I knew wouldn't do well, but I didn't expect it to be that bad. Like, not even get 100 views. Very passionate about your videos and shows. Thank you, man. I think Boy Wonder might be a future YouTube star. I keep telling him, man. Keep telling him. I don't know if you saw, if you're on our Instagram or anything, but at Imaginarium, we took some really cool photos. Because my new camera that I showed you guys a month or two ago, the new camera takes like beautiful photos. It's better than my other camera was. And so we took some really cool photos at Imaginarium. And I sent him some where I did some editing to make it look like old album covers. I posted some of the pictures, not the edited versions, but I posted some. And then he actually sent me one. I don't have it with me right now, but I should show it. He edited one to look like an old vinyl album cover. It is pretty cool. So I had to drive hours just for one shot because it wasn't right. I understand that for sure. Yeah. It depends on, what standard do you hold yourself to? I try to hold myself to a high standard because there's a lot of people who do the same kind of places I do and the same content, and they do it in a very quick way. So they're able to pump out content. And I'm not saying that disparaging. I'm just saying it's a different style. So they do a lot less editing, a lot less storytelling, more just like, this is what it is, this is why it's trendy, and they pump it out. And they have that personality that works for that. I don't think I do. I don't think I'm charismatic enough for that kind of stuff. So I'm like, well, my lane can be to do longer, more thorough, more produced videos. But the downside is I can't pump out content. I will say I do get bitter. I do get bitter at some of these. Like, there's an Instagram profile. I'm not gonna say who. Very just it seems like a very nice young lady, right? She does videos at similar kind of places that I've done videos, like, but very more trendy. So she loves like parks and like, waterfalls, like, and it'll be videos like the 5 best waterfalls in California or something like that. The videos are extremely basic. It's like a few simple cell phone shots, and then she narrates it and just says, I found this amazing hidden gem and blah, 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 and puts those out. Millions of views. Every video, millions of views. And it's like, man, maybe I should just be doing that. I don't know. But the thing is, I'm not like a cute young girl, so nobody cares. Nobody cares. What's that saying? Pain is temporary, but film is forever. I like that saying. I never heard that. That's one thing I'm super happy about with my channel is like the memories I get to save and preserve on here. And that's, like I said, when I go to Disneyland with my niece in a couple months, I can't wait to be able to film some stuff and have those memories. So one of my favorite videos I've ever done is an Instagram reel with my niece a few months ago. We had a adventure day in San Francisco. I just showed her a bunch of stuff. I gave her the option. I said, because she stayed with me one night. She was on the live stream. You guys might remember. So on the live stream, we had one day together in San Francisco or anywhere. We had one day together. So I gave her the option. I said, look, we can do whatever you want. I was like, we can either do something big and spend the whole day doing that, or we can do a ton of little things, but we have to be quick. We can't waste a lot of time. And she was like, a bunch of little things. So I'm like, cool. So if you see the Instagram reel, we went all over. We went to Land's End, the old Sutro estate. We went to Sutro Baths. We went all kinds of places. Musée Mécanique. We went all over San Francisco and had an amazing day. And that video, very simple, but it's one of my favorites. So maybe I should do more of that on top of what I do. I don't know, but those things are fun. You were the first 100 views. Thank you, Jay. Thank you. Truly. Truly, truly. All right. I've been yapping too long. Anything else I can show off before we go? Oh, I bought this when I was with my niece. I haven't framed it yet because it's a weird size, so I gotta go get it framed. I might have shown this. It's not open, but it's a poster of the Cliff House. There's the old Sutro estate I was just talking about, and then it's an old picture of the Cliff House, and it's like a really long poster. So I'm gonna put it up here on the wall, so you guys might see it eventually right here. But I thought it was a cool poster for there. Gabe, if you're still in here, I don't know if you are. I'm really happy you got that new camera. I'm excited for you because I feel like that's going to take your content to the next level. I'm very excited for you on that front. John Fisher needs to sell the team. And let me look at your rendering settings just to make sure. It looked really good, so I think you nailed it, but let me make sure. If you guys have any guests you think I should try to have on here, let me know. If any of you want to be a guest, let me know. Right? Shot simple. You want to tell me about Australia on a live stream? Let me know. I would love to. I'd love to have more guests. I talked to someone today that might be a future guest. I had asked my brother Cole. Maybe I'll get the boy himself on here. He can talk, British rock from the 1960s. If any of you guys are into that, I don't know anything about it. What else? This might be the last live stream with the braids, so we'll see how that goes. I kind of want to keep the braids for Disneyland, though. I feel like that would be fun. I don't know. I'm going to have a vote next week. Keep the braids for Disneyland or get a fade. Sell the team. Sell the team. Sell the team. You know what? You can throw the Giants in that pot too. Charles Johnson, sell your share. You big jerk, you. Anything else here? What is this? I don't know what that is. Like I said, go get your jerky from the Vietnamese spots. If you're in the Bay Area, you might already know about this. It's the greatest jerky on planet Earth. Oh, there was an announcement or something I was going to say. I don't remember. I should title this one, Dylan Can't Remember Stuff. Dang it, there was something I wanted to tell you guys, like in a quick announcement. I'm still trying to go to DC. I don't know if I can, but I'm trying to go to DC. Gabe says, Josie, yes, you can be a guest. Braids for Disneyland. Okay. I wish I had a Dr. Pepper Zero here. You never had it. For diet sodas or like zero sugar sodas, this is, I think, by far the best. I think I said last week the strawberry one, though, is a no-go. I still have like almost a case left of it, so I'm going to have to kill it. But the cream soda one is really good. I am trying to cut out sugar as best I can. I would like eventually to have almost no sugar and just have sugar be a treat. You know, churro at Disneyland kind of thing. Denver, I mean, I want to, man, but it's money's hard. Money's hard to come by. But I want to. New merch. I need to design new merch. I have some new merch. I have a variety hoodie. This is classic Vertlife shirt, though. Classic. This is the thing, man. I've had merch before. It doesn't really sell. I have a merch store up right now. It doesn't really sell. So, I don't know. I feel like maybe I can focus on other things to make it pop more before I sell merch. I don't know. Let me just shameless plug. Remember, if you want to print, I'm gonna add some more. This might be the next episode. It's done. I don't know if I'm put out this week. Sutter's Fort in Sacramento as a preview. I got a little run of history videos coming out. So I know it's been a lot of sports. It's been very sports heavy the past like 8 months. I got some history coming for any of the history friends. History fiends? Is that what I meant to say? I don't know. I got this really cool drone shot of Sutter's Fort. That's Sacramento in the background. It's really hard to see on the screen, but the California State Capitol building is in the background there. Sutter's Fort is a location that helped build the Wild West. California, the Bay Area, Sacramento especially, would not be what it is today without Sutter's Fort. So I got a print of that. I'm going to try to just take my drone with me everywhere to get more shots. I showed you guys this before, obviously. I got Coit Tower. I want to do a Coit Tower episode. And I want to do an episode on the Ferris wheel there, because I heard the Ferris wheel isn't permanent there. I thought it was supposed to be, but apparently it's not. Like, just make it permanent. We want the Ferris wheel. You know what I mean? Who doesn't want the Ferris wheel? That little boat launch arch right there, I filmed that for the Ant-Man video, by the way. So right there is where Ant-Man got too big to breathe, and he collapsed into the water, if you guys remember that, from Ant-Man 2, I think. But yeah, if you guys, are interested in any prints, I got some cool stuff. I really like this. I showed you guys this one last week, the Giants one, if you want a print of, the ballpark we all know and love. And then we got the members only. Let me show you guys that too, just to give you a hint, a little This is where'd it go? Where'd it go? So all the ones with pink are VIP videos. I gotta change some of the thumbnails. Some of them are wrong. All the pink lined ones are VIP videos. So you see I got 4 of them in lock. They're already up. I got the Galata Tower in Istanbul. I got another day in Istanbul right here, down here, bottom left. I got extras from Byron, including when the gentleman came up and threatened us with a gun. So there's a lot of stuff on there. So I think it was Jay earlier talking about the VIP videos. These VIP videos, full disclosure, are not like full episodes for the most part. There's a couple that will be full episodes, but it's just all extras and like behind the scenes. It's more vlog style. So don't feel like you're missing out on like full entire episodes if you don't join. No big deal. But if you'd like to support what I'm doing here, you know, and get some extra content to go along with it, consider it. And speaking of, there's a video I've had finished for over a year now, but I can't drop it until something else happens that's out of my control completely. And that thing out of my control completely might happen soon. So there's another really fun video that should be ready to go. So Sutter's Fort is ready to go. The other one I can't talk about yet is ready to go. And I got two awesome museums in Texas that I filmed. Back to back. You want me to have all the sugar? Gabe, stop praying for my downfall. I don't need $20. I don't need $40. I don't need $80. I'm going to walk with wolves in Denver. I think we'd be... Wait, how do you walk with wolves? There is a fort, Josie, and it's awesome. 160, 320. Dang. What's up, Ezekiel? Oh, I gave her athletics money. You got 320, but I'll buy you any airport food, and I think that's a good deal. I'm on a diet. I can't have airport food as much as I want it. Might as well make the Ferris wheel permanent. Absolutely. By the way, when I get to my goal weight, I can eat whatever I want because I don't eat that much anyways. I just need to get to my goal weight, so I need to just torture myself now. Might as well make the Ferris wheel permanent. Absolutely. Yep. But if you take out a loan, no loans. Not being stuck with the bill. Definitely going to sign up when stream finishes. Can't do it on iPhone. Look, again, I'm not pressuring you, man. Don't feel pressured. But there's a lot of extra videos up there. So if you do join, you get an incentive because I really don't. It's hard for me to even like do this. I wish I didn't have to do stuff like this, but it's, you know, part of it. But I don't like the idea of like donations or handouts, right? So I try to do things like this or the print shop so you can support the channel and get something cool with it. That's kind of the idea. But no pressure. I'm not angry or bothered or upset if anyone can't do it or doesn't want to do it. That's totally fine. I'm just giving incentives that if you do, there you go. Go to Giants opening day if you go to Denver. I'm not even going to Giants opening day, so what? It doesn't matter what you do beyond that. You know what I mean? But no, I want to go to Denver. I want to go to DC too. I had really cool plans in DC, guys. Really cool plans. If I can look, here's my thing with DC or Denver. I'm going to try to pay for everything for the Disneyland trip by like next week or the week after, actually, when I get paid. If I can pay off everything for Disneyland, I'm golden, right? Then I can, whatever money I have, I can use for other trips. But right now, the priority is to make sure that I can give my niece the greatest Disneyland trip that I could possibly give her without actually being a rich person. Get to see me in Denver. Yes, going to Denver is an incentive, but I don't care if you go to Giants opening day or not. See you attend a Giants game? Okay. Are you saying you're do a video? If you go do a video, then yeah, that'd be awesome. Are you just going to go? Because if I'm not there and you're there and you don't do a video, that does not affect my life in the slightest. I wouldn't even know. I would have no idea, right? So if you go, you have to do a video so we can all vicariously live through you. And you got the new camera. And did you notice, by the way, Gabe, did you notice, was it clear to you how clear the camera was, how clear the audio was compared to previously? And I'm not saying, obviously what you did was great before, but isn't it always fun? Isn't it always nice to like get a little extra out of your equipment? Super cool. That's why I always constantly buy new stuff. Best thing I can do is a picture for my camera. No, dude. No, buddy. No. All right. Now I kind of want to keep my braids for Disneyland. They're fun. You know. I don't know. So the microphone was clear too. Yeah, dude. It's awesome. You're ruining our chances of getting Dylan to go. Look, justice for Renell. I don't know if I can go. All right. I'm going to hop off here, guys. It's late. It's 10:30? You guys are listening to me yap till 10:30? Shot simple. It's probably 3 p.m. or something over there. You let me ramble till 3 in the afternoon or whatever time it is over there. I'm just totally guessing. I actually have some editing to do. I'm going to get to editing. So do you guys think that I sign off here and I just go to sleep or I go sit on the couch? No. I get to editing. Wait, what is this about lettuce? I'll buy you a head of lettuce if you go to Denver. I missed that. That's funny. Justice for me. I'm fine. I wasn't wronged. 4:27 p.m. Hey, that's a pretty... Am I clairvoyant? Am I psychic? I was only an hour and 27 minutes off out of a 24-hour period. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Right? If we're shooting rifles, that's pretty close to a bullseye. It's pretty close. That's funny. See, I'm stupid. Little things like this make me laugh. Like pretending to hold a rifle with my arm up like this. I have problems. All right, I'll try to go to Denver, dude. I don't remember the date again. You got to tell me the date again. Oh, wait. No, I don't remember. All right. Read your arcanas. Do you read it in special voices in your head? No, I don't. I read it in your voices. You're definitely in the ballpark. Yeah. Some people don't have the voice in there that reads. No, I hear voices. I hear a lot of voices. I'm just kidding. All right, guys and gals. I appreciate you guys. Sorry, I feel like I always get heavy-handed in these live streams, which is not the point, right? I want to have a silly goose time, but I am, like I said, I'm super passionate, so it comes out. Alum Rock Park is awesome. If you happen to be in the Bay Area, go to Alum Rock Park right now. The flowers are blooming. The moss is bright green. The creek is roaring, ripping and roaring. The hot springs are squirting out, right? Everything you want in a park. Stone bridges. And if you don't know what it is, go watch my video at Alum Rock Park from 2 years ago. May 6th to 10th. All right. We'll see. All right. Appreciate you guys. Have a good night. Be safe out there. Like, subscribe, share, do all the cool things cool kids do. Something or other tours, now variety for life. And, yeah, you guys are the best. And, Famos Gigantes. Dodgers better watch out.